Hey guys, I want to give a quick shout out to the new sponsor, Dueling Guard. They have great mats, deck boxes, sleeves, everything you can think of for TCG apparel. Check them out in the description box down below and use code SAKO for 5% off.
Hey guys, Lucas Sacco here. Today I have a Snake Eye Azumina Fiendsmith combo tutorial for you guys. We do have the Rota spreadsheet coming out tomorrow. I'll answer all questions in that video. I know a lot of you guys have been asking like different questions about how you can get that spreadsheet. It's coming out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Just gonna jump straight into the video. We have the one card Deception combo. So for Deception and all of the decks that are going to be playing Deception, you usually need 2 additional cards in order to combo. One of them can be a monster, and one of them can be literally any card in the game, like an Impermanence. For this combo, we're gonna go ahead and start off with activating the Deception, and then using the effect to tribute the one monster we had in our hand, which is going to add an Azumina card from our deck to our hand, which is going to add Sacred Azumina. From there, we're going to activate Sacred Azumina, and we're going to send the Sinful Spoils Deception to the graveyard, which is going to summon out the Rusiliago. On summon, Rusiliago is now going to add your Wanted, and then we're going to go ahead and activate Wanted to get access to Witch. From here, we're going to special summon Witch, sending the additional card in our hand that can be literally any card in the game to summon itself out, and then we're going to use Witch to set the original Simple Spoil Snake Eye. We're going to link 2 into the IP Master Arena, and then we're going to activate Sacred Azumina to return the Rusiliago from our graveyard into the extra deck to add itself from our graveyard to our hand. Just like in the Fire King deck, this card is not once per turn. So this card is going to be activatable to get us onto Silvera and get us like protection from Nibiru pretty quickly, which is really good because Snake Eye did kind of struggle with that last format. Now we're going to go ahead and activate Sacred Azumina. We're going to send our original Simple Spoil Snake Eye from our set Spell and Trap Zone to the graveyard to summon out the Silvera like we had talked about. And now we're completely safe from Nib, so we can just go ahead and combo. We're going to activate the original, targeting the Devalstar in our graveyard to add Snake Eye Ash from our deck to our hand. And then we can go ahead and normal summon out Snake Eye Ash. Snake Eye Ash is going to activate, adding us a Poplar, and then we can special summon Poplar from the hand because it was added. And we can use Poplar's effect to go ahead and add our Divine Temple of the Snake Eye to our hand. We're going to activate Temple, we're going to place Snake Eye Devalstar, and then we're going to use Ash to send the Devalstar, summoning out Oak, and we can use Oak's effect to now revive Snake Eye Ash. We're going to link away the Poplar and the Ash. Now into Moon, we're going to go Poplar effect to replace our Snake Eye Devalstar with the Spell Trap, and then Moon the Requiem and Requiem into Engraver. Seen this a couple times in the past, except actually we're not going to go for Engraver, I forgot about this. We're going to go for Lacrima the Scarlet Sorrow. This is a card that's going to help you generate more resources in this deck, as well as play around other things like Nib a little bit better with this card in rotation, so you do actually play it in this deck as well. On summon, it's going to dump the Engraver from our deck to the graveyard, and then we're going to go ahead and use the Snake Eye Devalstar to summon itself up and place Snake Eye Ash in our spell trap. Then we're going to use the Oak effect to send that Ash to summon out Flameverge. And we have a lot of bodies here. The real question is how we're going to use them to like make the best board possible. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to first off go for our Wanted Draw Now. But then we're going to link all of our monsters into Saryuja, and we're going to use the effect of Saryuja as Chainlink 1 and Flameverge as Chainlink 2. We're going to have 3 cards in our hand when we're activating the Saryuja right now, so we're going to draw 4 more cards, and then from there we get to decide what we actually want to put back. For this, we just put back all of the non-engine, or all the other cards besides the non-engine for the sake of the combo. So we're going to summon out the Oak, the Ash, and we're going to resolve the Saryuja. Then we're going to use the Engraver effect to special summon itself back, and link away Saryuja and the Engraver into the Sequence, and use Sequence effect to fusion summon now. So we can put like the Engraver, the Scarlet Sorrow, and the Requiem. It's going to put a Desiree on our field. And then from there, just a pretty quick combo, we're going to go into the Princess. We're going to use Sequence effect to equip. Now we're going to use the effect of Princess, revive our Flameverge, Flameverge place the IP, and then Desiree can negate our own Princess, and we can link away the Princess and the Oak into Silhouette Rabbit, and Silhouette Rabbit place the Azure. So this combo has infinite disruptions, as well as we were able to draw 4 off of just 1 Deception. This combo is absolutely insane. Not to mention, with this combo, if you do draw cards like your Azure and cards that you'd prefer not to have in your hand, you do get a draw and replace them with other cards, and then put those ones that you're not wanting back into the deck. So this is it for the 1-card Deception combo. Absolutely insane that we're able to get basically 5 draws. We do have to put 3 of them back, but I mean it's still plus in card advantage, and you're getting to sculpt your hand to be however you want. Not to mention the deck on its own has several disruptions without that card resolving. With just Diabellstar in this deck, you can still achieve basically the same amount of plays that you did in the previous combo. But we're going to start off by summoning Diabellstar, sending the Imperm to get access to Deception. We're going to use Deception, attributing the monster in our hand to then add Sacred Azumina. We're going to activate Azumina, summoning out Rusiliago, and we're going to search for Simple Spoils, like this time just by itself. From there, we're going to link 2 into IP, use Sacred Azamina, returning Rosiliago to add itself to our hand. And then from there, we're basically in the same spot as we were last time. We're going to go activate Sacred Azamina, sending the Simple Spoil Snake-Eye to summon out Silvera. We're protected from Nib now, so we can go ahead and use our original effect. We're going to go original, adding Ash, putting the Diabell Star back. And now we can normal summon out the Snake-Eye Ash. Use Snake-Eye Ash, get Poplar. Poplar will summon itself. And then on summon of Poplar, Poplar will then add our Divine Temple of the Snake-Eye. We're going to activate that card, and we're going to place the Diabell Star from our deck to Spell Trap. And then we can use Ash to send that and summon out Oak. Oak's going to revive the Ash, same as the other combo. And then from here, we can link away the Ash and the Poplar. Go to Moon, use Poplar, replace that Snake-Eye's Diabell, then link Moon into Requiem, and activate the Requiem effect to then special summon out the Lacrima. Lacrima effect on summon is going to dump the Engraver, and then from there we're going to special summon up the Snake-Eye Diabell Star, placing Ash, and then Oak to send Ash, summoning Flamberge. From here, same spot as we were last time, we're going to link everything off into Saryuja. We're going to go Chain Link 1 Saryuja, Chain Link 2 the effect of Flamberge. We're going to summon out Ash, summon out Oak, and then draw 4 cards and put back 3 of them. So here you can get any dungeon you're wanting to in your deck. This deck actually does have a room for like a good amount of hand traps, like 15 hand traps in this deck still. And so you're going to be drawing into a lot of hand traps, and having hand traps plus your board is never a bad thing. So from here we're going to use Engraver, putting back the Moon, special summon out Engraver, and then we can link away the Engraver and the Saryuja into Sequence. Sequence can now fusion summon using the Engraver, the Lacrima, and the Requiem. It's going to summon out a Desiree to our field. From there, no problem, we're going to link away the Ash and the Sequence, go to Princess, use the Sequence to equip onto Desiree, and then Princess will revive the Flamberge. Flamberge is going to then place our IP in the Spell Trap Zone. We're going to Desiree negate our Princess, then we can link away the Oak and the Princess into Silhouette Rabbit and set our Azure. So this is basically the same board as in the last combo. Just shows the deck is very consistent at putting out its max end board, especially off of just one card. It's really good when a deck can do like its full board off of just one card, because that means that if you do open like 2 card engine combos, you can use the second card to insulate your board and play through hand traps just a little bit better, even though this combo already does play through hand traps pretty well. That's it for like the full power boards. I will say that if you just draw a Snake-Eye Ash, which used to be like the best starter in the deck, you're not going to be able to actually loop around all the way to get to the Silvera negate. There is something you can technically do with the Quick Play spell for Snake-Eye, but the problem with that is that you play into Nib too hard for my liking. So I'll just go ahead and show you the Snake-Eye Ash combo and how we're able to play around Nib and still get to a pretty good board. With just one Snake-Eye Ash, we're going to start off with normal summoning it and activating the effect to add Poplar. Poplar is not going to activate because it was added to the hand to special summon itself, and Poplar will add Divine Temple of the Snake-Eye. We're going to activate that, placing the Oak from our deck in the Spell Trap Zone, and then we're going to go Ash effect to send the Oak, summoning Flamberge. So one thing you have to be really careful of is how we're actually going to play around Nibiru in this deck. We can play around Nibiru without accessing the Fiendsmith engine by just using the effect of Temple. This is something that we were doing in Snake-Eye just a little bit before those cards even came out. We were just kind of having Temple set up with our Flamberge and Spell Trap to play around the Nibiru. We're going to do it that way again. So after we're at this point where we have Flamberge and Poplar, we're not going to link away both those monsters, going into IP Masquerena and triggering the effect of Flamberge as well as the effect of Poplar. We're going to place the Flamberge and then special summon 2 from our graveyard. Because Oak has not used its effect yet, we're going to use Oak on summon to now special summon out Poplar. And here's your board. If they nib you here, you do still have the effect of Temple to summon up Flamberge, and then Flamberge can place IP. So you're still going to have like a decent amount of interruptions off of your 1-card combo through Nibiru. Definitely not the best, but I mean, resolving IP into SP and getting your Flamberge follow-up is still a really good disruption. From here, if they don't nib you, we're going to go ahead and link away the Ash and the Oak. Going into Moon in the Close Sky, we're going to go Moon into Requiem. And then Requiem is going to tribute itself to now special summon out Lacrima, and Lacrima's effect is now going to send the Engraver from our deck to the graveyard. We're going to go Engraver effect, putting back Moon to special summon itself out, and then we can link away the Engraver and the Lacrima into Sequence and use Sequence effect to fusion summon. We're going to put back all of our Light Fiends here, Engraver, Sorrow, and Requiem, and summon out Desiree. And then from there, we're going to link away the Poplar and the Sequence, go into Sequence equip onto our Desiree, and then Princess effect to revive from the graveyard, and then we can Desiree, negate our Princess, and then link into the Silhouette Rabbit, and place our Azure from deck. So if they don't nib you, your board is going to be obviously much better. We're going to get to Desiree, we're going to get to Silhouette Rabbit with the Azure, and we're going to get to IP. But, I mean, even if they nib you, you're still going to have a really strong board with the effect of Temple summoning up that Flamberge. This board overall plays through a lot of different board breakers because all of your disruptions are kind of set up in different ways. You can't really use any of the board breakers that were good in the previous formats, like Mind Control, Change of Heart. Those cards aren't going to be as good now into this deck, just because none of the main disruptions are really affected by that. Like if you go Change of Heart on the IP Masquerade, you can chain IP, make your SP now. You lose it on one disruption, but I mean, an Imperm would have done better. So it's really good that this deck can play around board breakers a little bit better. So that's pretty much everything I want to show you guys here today with the Snake Eye Fiendsmith Azumina deck. As you can see, the deck has a lot of power, a lot of resilience through hand traps. It can play through Nibiru really well, as well as having very, very powerful boards again. Being able to use Saryuja to sculpt your hand to do literally whatever you want is really, really cool. Besides that, I did want to mention one more time that the Rota spreadsheet is coming out tomorrow, October 4th. It's going to have all of the decks on it that are included in Rota. So it's going to have the Memento Fiendsmith deck. It's going to have Azumina Snake Eye Fiendsmith, Fire King Azumina in there, as well as the like updated Yubel combos. I will say the Yubel combos don't change too much. That's why they're kind of just thrown in there. That we're not really updating the old Yubel spreadsheet combo just because they don't change too much. But they do get a lot better follow-up wise with the Lacrima card coming out. Besides that, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you wouldn't mind commenting, and subscribing, it would mean a lot to me. As well as turn on the notifications if you haven't already. Besides that, I just hope that you guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.